Hello and welcome to this review of Captain America issue 323 from November 1986. Okay, we start off with the cover. This, in my opinion, is one of the greatest covers. It's not an action cover. It's not a cover about the specific issue. It's a celebratory cover. It was Marvel's 25th anniversary back in that month. They celebrated with the same kind of cover but featuring a different main superhero on its issue. We have the Captain America one obviously here. Okay, first off let's say a few things about this cover. First of all, it has 4 Captain Americas, one in the corner box, one center frame, another one right here, and the 4th one right here in the box. So 4 Captain Americas in one cover. What a treat. So let's check out the superheroes, the main Marvel superheroes at that time. We have Spider-Man in his later to be Venom suit. Back then it was just the new suit. The Hulk, Iron Man, Captain Marvel. Who would have guessed in 1986 Captain Marvel was a black woman with powers of light, and if I remember correctly, she was for a spell the leader of the Avengers. Doctor Strange, Namor the Submariner, Captain America, and Little Wasp here. Someone hiding behind the box. We have Puck here. Down here we have the X-Men, almost the classical lineup from the Claremont years. We have Kitty Pryde, Ariel. In Kitty Pryde never really had a standard like a great suit. She mostly used the standard suit. This is Rogue when she was like a strong female character, an adversary of the X-Men, not the timid little girl you saw in the movie. The Wolverine, Colossus, Storm in her 80s punk haircut. Firestorm, if I remember correctly, or Firestar, I think it was Firestar. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Like the Nightcrawler, Iceman, Jean Grey, and Cyclops, the Angel, the Beast before he got further mutated into a purple furry, Daredevil, the Scarlet Witch, and Vision, a lovely pair, Hawkeye, Iron Fist, not Power Man, not Iron Fist. Iron Fist is not featured here. The Thing, She-Hulk, Sue Richards and Reed Richards, Sue Storm if you prefer, the Invisible Girl and Mr. Fantastic, the Human Torch, and the Mighty Thor. This was just before the time he grew a beard. Anyway, the main feature of the cover, Captain America. All you need to know about Steve Rogers, Captain America, is right here on this cover. The artist, he got it. He like got it 100%. He's just looking at you. He's sure, he's confident, he's smiling. He exudes certainty. He knows what he's doing. He's Captain America. He's a living legend. He's been doing this for decades. This tells you all you need to know about Captain America. Just this cover. Okay, cover took almost 5 minutes to describe. We jump off it, and it's a very, very, very packed issue. This is the first time we see the Super Patriot doing some stunts. The Super Patriot will be a major character in coming issues. We see Captain America flying around, being intercepted but by what turns out to be SHIELD agents. I'm just rushing through these first pages because this issue is so packed. Captain America gets contacted by SHIELD. Basically, they offered him a deal because of his bad press at that time for having killed a terrorist, as you remember from issue 321. They offer him actually to retro make him an agent and sanction his actions so that he doesn't have to face consequences. He doesn't have to go to trial in Switzerland where the killing happened, or in the US. We see the Super Patriot having finished his first stunt, and he has like a manager. He has the sexy female limo driver of the 80s. It kind of reminds me of those video clips with the group being all these 80s ladies with a slick hair. And Steve Rogers returns to the Avengers mansion. As we know, at this point of time, Steve Rogers has pretty much given up on his civilian life. He lives in the mansion full time, and we have, this is so funny, look at Hercules with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entertaining 5 ladies, along with the Black Knight. These are both like mythical characters, and they're not into they're in a more like ancient or medieval morality mindset. And Steve is troubled. He's thinking about contacting Bernie. They have split up. Bernie has moved out to study law in college, and she's just like lying there in her sexy nightgown, house clothes, I don't know what to call them. She's also worried about Steve, about Captain America. So Captain America thinks that if he takes up SHIELD's offer, it's not the worst thing that could happen, but he wants to be true to them and work full time for them and quit the Avengers. He's thinking about it. And he sees the poster like, make Super Patriot the living symbol of America, rally Central Park Wednesday. So he says like, some sort of patriotic rally. It looks like, yeah, just what I'm in the mood for, like to lift up my spirits because I'm a patriot too. But lo and behold, no Captain America, yes Super Patriot. He seems troubled. The Super Patriot comes up on stage, basically saying that he should take over as the new symbol of freedom, not the new Captain America. That Captain America is old, he's outdated, he needs like to use guns. He uses the recent incident, and this troubles Steve Rogers. At that moment, three, we can't call them like Captain America lookalikes. Let's call them roadies or ultra fans. I don't know. Rush the stage with guns and say, "We support Captain America. Down with Super Patriot. We are the Buckies," and we get another silly name, the Bold Urban Commandos. So that's where Buckies come from. There is no K there. Anyway, the Super Patriot takes out what looks like an 80s sort of like lightsaber, I would say. Trademark, not lightsaber, like, okay, fiery sword. He battles the Buckies. He has almost beaten them when the police arrive and say, "We'll take it from here." The rally ends, but Captain America is suspicious of the whole event and follows the police officers that have supposedly arrested the Buckies and he sees that it's not they're not real police officers, and they're not using a real police vehicle. So what he does is he goes and finds where the Super Patriot and his manager are having their dinner, and he confronts them. So he says, listen up, I know who you are. I know the game you're playing, dressing up those wrestlers are bikies and as cops. What I don't know is why you're playing it. Talk to me. Says, this patriotism thing, it's just an act, right? Something to cash in on. An attention getting gimmick. Super Patriot says, you're wrong, pal. I love my country, and that's why I think it deserves a better symbol than a washed up old warhorse like, hey, that's it, you're Captain America, right? Being a symbol of liberty and justice is something you have to earn, Super Patriot. It's nothing you can accomplish by cheap theatrics like this afternoon. So basically, they kind of both feel they're on the same side, but they are like fighting for the same thing. Steve Rogers really considers it a serious thing. The Super Patriot is using gimmicks, but he comes out as being a true patriot at heart. He wants to fight him. Steve Rogers denies fighting him, so they send up the Buckies against like Captain America, and Captain America is not in his suit, but he fights them, and he uses his shield, which is in his portfolio, and beats them. And we come to the most important thing. So what will happen with Captain America? How will he react? Will he has many challenges. He needs to face the consequences of his actions. This is Captain America, guys, on national TV. Just look at all the 7 panels. His face doesn't change until the last one where he looks at you again. This is an honest man. He believes what he's saying and what he's doing. So my fellow Americans, certain people whom I consider friends have advised me against doing this. They told me to maintain a low profile and let the incident that has gained me so much notoriety lately quiet down. But that's never been the way I do things. I've always tried to be straightforward and honest in my dealings with everyone, especially you, the American people. So today I'd like to tell you about the shooting incident. It's true, I did take the life of that terrorist. I profoundly regret having done so, but at the time I could see no other way to save numerous lives without taking one myself. My attitude towards killing remains unchanged. I believe killing is morally wrong, and that my actions should not be condoned or sanctioned by anyone. So he's not going with shield. I am willing to go to Switzerland and stand trial for what I did, if the Swiss authorities so desire. I'm also willing to accept any penalties or restrictions our government may see fit to impose. What I ask of you is that you understand that I do not take lightly what I did, nor do I advocate murder as a solution to any problem. I also ask that you forgive me for letting you down. Since becoming Captain America, I have done my best to live up to the ideals our nation embodies. I like to think I have done a pretty good job at it too. But I am only human, and even I can fall far short of my ideals at times. But what I think is more important than how often you succeed at something is how hard you strive for it. I may not always succeed at being the example of all that is good in America, but I promise you I will never stop trying. He comes out so clean, like this is like pure honesty, like Super Patriot. The comic ends with Super Patriot being like he has like the best like spin doctor, the best writer. Like, yeah, it's not that case. He's just like that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching this review of Captain America issue 323. Bye bye.